Greetings everyone, welcome to my sketchbook. Today I got reminded of something that I haven't drawn in a while, and I don't know, it kind of made me laugh after I thought about it for a moment or two. I saw this and I thought, well, you know, I'm not really into Hello Kitty. I've drawn a bunch of Hello Kitty things before. I do like this character though. That reminded me, I haven't drawn anything to do with KPopDemonHunters in a while. I'm sure it exists out there as a mashup, although I think it's probable that they would have used Hello Kitty as Rumi, but I like Kuromi, so I think I'm going to try to draw Kuromi as Rumi from the KPopDemonHunters, and as a bonus, just for fun, I'm going to draw Hello Kitty as the Derpie Tiger, and maybe Cinnamoroll or Cinnamoroll, Cinnamoroll. I'm getting that name messed up. Cinnamoroll as Sussie and the magpie. So let's see what I can do with that just for fun. This is just going to be a concept thing, so it's going to be kind of messy, but I'm going to use different things here just to kind of get that on the go. So consider this to be part one. If you actually want to see a slightly more serious version of this, let me know. Maybe I'll put a little bit of time into that, or I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to bring out our good friend the bunny pen, because that's awesome. I'll probably finish up a couple little things with my regular desk fountain pen. And I'm also going to use these. They're acrylic markers. So I'm going to use that to throw color around. I'm going to have that opened up over here. Where am I going to put this? Well, I don't think I need it as a reference. I'm going to set it over here. It's just back over here beside the hot sauce. All right. I don't think I need to open that up right away. So I'm going to start off by drawing Kuromi as Rumi, KPopDemonHunter. So let's zoom in on our good friend the bunny pen and see if it'll lock down and not be too blurry. The thing that inspired this is the purple hair and this purpley hood that Kuromi wears. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to actually use the same color for all this sort of sketching part of this and just see where it goes from there. So first things first, let's see if we can kind of move that down a little bit. I'll draw the eyes of Kuromi, all in purple, just like that. Little nose. Let's go with a kind of a little smirk, because that's what I expect from my good buddy. Let's surround the face a little bit, just like that, as if we're wearing the little hood. And then, yeah. Here we'll put the trademark Kuromi little adorable skull. And of course, you have the ears of Kuromi. But so what I'm thinking for that is, rather than one single ponytail, it might be funny to have these act as kind of like piggy tails. So rough idea. We'll let that kind of elongate just like that. So not too serious. And then this one here can maybe go a little bit more over the front. You know what? No, let's have it going behind. And then maybe we'll see part of it over here. And then those braids. with me so far? Something like that. No, I'm going to do it all in purple, I think. So it has like a herringbone necklace there, and then a chain, and then like a medallion here that's like a flower, sort of a six-pointed flower thing. And the coat, just trying to think. Okay, yeah. So it has a collar, sort of a short coat. It can be a short body on our little friend here anyway. Here, short little arms. That's going to have a sword there, I think. For some reason, we'll put a midriff on this character. Some little shorts. Pocket here, I believe. A belt. Pocket here. Zipper. I don't know if there's a buckle or not. Those are black shorts generally. I'm going to back this out one layer, I think. Just like that. See if that'll kind of lock in. Come on now. That's, yeah, let's try that. Long boots, but we're a short-bodied creature. There's like a stripe, red stripe, that has green sort of trim around that. The other arm there. So that's roughly the idea that I have in my head for Kuromi as Rumi, or Rumi I should say. Kuromi as Rumi. And let me think. Hello Kitty as Derpie. I'm going to use blue and see what I can come up with that. And then, as I said, I'm going to color this in after. So go with kind of a round head, oval really. Hello Kitty has wonderful pointy ears. Here we have that bow, but remember this is Derpie. Wide set eyes. But that's going to change, I think, because we're not going to have it exactly like Hello Kitty, because Derpie has really big eyes. Cute little nose. Can't really go without having the teeth, I think. So let's go with those teeth. And then there's fangs here, roughly some teeth there. It's kind of sinister looking, don't you think? See part of the head stripes there. Something like that. Maybe we're saying, oops. Stripe there, stripe there, stripe there, stripe there, stripe there, stripe there. You won't see the stripes so much there, but we'll have a tail and some stripes on that tail. The body has almost like cheetah markings. Yeah, I think that's roughly the idea for Hello Kitty. Maybe we can put in some semblance of the cute little whiskers that stick out. Oh yeah, Cinnamoroll or Cinnamoroll. I'm going to go with black, and this is going to be like Sussie the Magpie. I'm going to have maybe flying up above here. Now, how do I want that to look? Kind of a smaller character. I'm going to definitely put that gat hat. The hat that is called a gat. Kind of cool. The ears, I go with them definitely kind of like in flight, like that. Oh, that might be a little bit too fierce on that side, but that's okay. These markings that are typically on the wings of the magpie, on Sussie, they're almost like an extra set of eyes, right? Unique sort of like, almost like a W for a mouth. So we're not going to have like the little beak. And the eyes we're going to have to treat a little bit differently, I think, too, because as prominent features go, so generally this character has little rosy cheeks. But in this case, those cheeks are going to be turned into extra eyes. So I'm going to kind of lightly surround these here. I'll do another there. The little body, just like that. And there's like little markings there. But we're going to use kind of like little flight things there, and we're going to go with another, yeah, little tiny legs. Of course, you got to have Cinnamoroll's little tail. Cinnamoroll. So that's the main idea that I had in my head. This is the rough concept. Okay. Maybe I should add some color, or maybe I can leave it just like that. Do I want to leave it just like that? Let's add a little bit of color to it, I think. And that way it kind of will stand out. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to surround, go back to purple, which should have been ready to go. The shorts, but I just really want to do the outside. As I said, I think that's kind of an unusual choice to make, but it's the purple that I really wanted to have as the prevalent thing, and Kuromi just works out. Let's have this super long. This goes down here into like a specialized point. This one's already coming around the body here, behind the head, into a specialized, let's say like a golden sort of point. Over here, we gotta have the sword, but it's going to be a short sword because, well, it's a short character. picking up what I'm putting down with this silliness? Let me know in the comments what you think of this as a concept to finish. Be a zipper there. Here is a badge. Oh, wait a second. There's like kind of like a neat design there, and a little bit on the sleeves as well. Here, I'm going to move this down just a little bit because this is there's a badge that Rumi has on the yellow coat, and from what I can recall, because I did watch just a little bit of the KPopDemonHunters, just because I want this stuff refreshed in my head, it would look a little bit like this. So there, like I said, there's a badge. I'm going to do this right here very lightly. So imagine you have Rumi's name like this. And most of you probably know this. But right here, that goes over the middle part of that thing, you have a badge. And it's actually kind of split into two parts. So there's like red and then yellow. But let's go with this here. Right here, it kind of looks like this. I think there's an eye like that. Yeah. And then, it's like, yeah, kind of filled in red about halfway. And then this side would be yellow that matches the jacket. So that is here. As I said, although you don't get to see the those big letters, that other little badge or patch kind of covers the name Rumi here. So I'm only going to hint towards that, because, you know, this is a doodle. Ooh, let's go all purple. And it'll look a little something like this. Right by that other zipper there. Just going to do the outlining, and then we're going to finish this up, because I think 20 minutes is probably all I really want to dedicate to this in the meantime. And if I'm going to do something slightly more serious, which I think would be kind of fun, but if no one really other than me, you know what, I kind of have an interest in seeing it done, I might do it, but if it's something you want to see, let me know, and maybe I'll do that sooner rather than later. If you'd like to see this version of those characters. And as I said, I don't know if this already exists out there. There are lots of crafty, artsy people out there. I'm not the only one. The way I would do these eyes, though, is I would leave these to be kind of like the pupils. And I would surround the outside here with yellow, and then maybe go for orange, just to sort of give you that look that Derpie has with the big eyes like that. And Cinnamoroll is pretty much as Cinnamoroll should be, so I don't think I really need to do much more to Cinnamoroll as Sussie. All right, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think. That's it. Ciao for now.